Hi folks, Aisha here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. The theme for today's video is Healed to Serve. And we will be looking at a story of when Jesus healed Peter's mother-in-law. And we have three different recollections of this story that we find in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. So today I will be reading from the New International Version, and I'll be sharing these three different recollections. I'm gonna highlight some of the differences in them, and then really and truly just hone into the general principle of what is written here. I trust that as you listen, it will be a blessing to you and that it will encourage you and inspire you to serve others, because that's the bottom line, basically. Hence the title, Heal to Serve. Okay, in Matthew chapter 8, from verses 14 to 15, it says, "When Jesus came into Peter's house, he saw Peter's mother-in-law lying in bed with a fever. He touched her hand, and the fever left her, and she got up and began to wait on him." In Mark chapter 1, verses 29 to 31, it says, "As soon as they left the synagogue, they went with James and John to the home of Simon and Andrew. Simon's mother-in-law was in bed with a fever, and they immediately told Jesus about her. So he went to her, took her hand, and helped her up. The fever left her, and she began to wait on him." And then in Luke 4, verses 38 to 39, it says, "Jesus left the synagogue and went to the home of Simon. Now Simon's mother-in-law was suffering from a high fever, and they asked Jesus to help her. So he bent over her and rebuked the fever, and it left her. She got up at once and began to wait on them." The difference in this story is how Jesus is made aware, first and foremost, of Simon's or of Peter's mother-in-law illness. Matthew said that he saw. In Matthew it says that he saw. In Mark it says that they told him. And in Luke it says that they asked him. And the other difference is in her response after she was healed. In Matthew it says she waited on him. And in Mark and Luke it says she waited on them. When we read this and we see, okay, well, not everybody is saying this story the same way, does that mean that it's like not true? No, it really doesn't. It just means that those present or those who are recollecting this story, they probably were standing at different sides of the room, and their perception of what was going on, that's basically how they would have written it. Their perception and how they recalled what happened. At the end of it, there's a general principle. And that principle is the fact that when she was healed, she served. That is it. When she was healed, she served. And when we read in the New Testament and we read about the life of Jesus and his ministry, we see time and time again, and he tells us that he came to serve, and we see him demonstrating that servanthood, or just taking that position of a servant. So he demonstrated that to us, that we ought to serve others. He told us that we ought to serve others. And even when we are looking at other stories, again, that general principle is seen, that we ought to serve. So, after reading this, my question to you is, are you willing to serve others when you receive your healing? Another thing I found interesting was how Jesus was made aware of her situation, in terms of him seeing what she was going through, him being told what she was going through, and them asking him to heal her. And I just think of a lot of times whereby we might be going through things. God is seeing. God is seeing. Some people are talking to God about us, telling us that, hey, we're going through this. Please heal this person. Please deliver this person. Whatever the case may be. And then sometimes you're going to have people interceding and asking God for our healing. But are we willing to serve others when we receive our healing? So that's my question to you. I trust that you'll be encouraged to want to serve others. So, thank you guys for tuning in today. And be sure to tune in next time. Have a great day, folks. Bye.